So I started researching ketones, and I came across the name of Dr. Richard Veach,
Right.
who is at the NIH in Maryland.
And ketones are the end product that you, first of all, you have the coconut oil. Part of that is 60% is medium chain triglycerides, and they're transformed by the liver, is it?
By the liver.
By the liver into ketone bodies, which provide the fuel for the brain cells.
Right. And the interesting thing about ketone bodies, when you have ketosis going on, it increases circulation to the brain.
So you're getting both.
So you're getting even more, of the ketones circulating to the brain, and the neurons apparently can pick them up very easily.
So this is one of the friendly saturated fats. This is one of the good saturated fats.
In fact, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have found that even some of the longer chain saturated fats actually which are in coconut oil too, actually raise HDL cholesterol, which is the good cholesterol. The total cholesterol may go up a little bit, but it's actually the good cholesterol that goes up, and the LDL, which is the bad cholesterol, tends to come down. And
HDL, by the way, has been used in experiments to clear plaque from the arteries too.
Right. It actually helps clean out the arteries.
So HDL's the good cholesterol, and it raises that as well using coconut oil.
Right.
And that's what you found with Steve, isn't it?
Yes. It's actually, we have measured his cholesterol profile several times since we started this. Of course, we're concerned. He ended up, we added coconut oil then to lunch and dinner. And so we're very concerned, is this going to cause a problem with his cholesterol?
And it improved.
It improved. His total cholesterol has stayed under 200. His LDL came down. Had been slightly above normal before this. And the LDL's come down in the normal range. And the HDL, which had been on the low end, has actually increased, quite significantly. He's got a beautiful profile, and his triglycerides run about 70s.
Wonderful.
Which, most people would be overjoyed to have a cholesterol profile like that.
Yes.
So he is just one man.
Right. But that fits with other studies, though. I mean, common belief is that saturated fats are bad for you. But the fact is that a lot of saturated fats, some saturated fats are very good for you. Right. And this is astonishing that it's in this way as well. The
thing about coconut oil is most of the saturated fat, I think about 70% of the saturated fat are the medium chain triglycerides.
Yes.
So much of that is converted to ketone bodies and used for energy right away rather than being stored as fat.
Right.
One of the oils, the lauric acid, which is also one of the medium chain triglycerides, has a lot of other antimicrobial properties to it.
Right.
Kills certain viruses, bacteria, fungi, and protozoa.
Right.
And it just so happens that lauric acid and other medium chain triglycerides are in human breast milk. They make up about 10 to 17% of the fats in human breast milk.
Right.
And the lauric acid is known to help protect babies from infection.
So now you've done experiments feeding it to premature babies.
Well, premature babies, back in the late 1970s, we started giving MCT oil to premature newborns to help supplement their feedings because they knew it was absorbed very easily. It doesn't require enzymes from the pancreas to digest it. It's just absorbed directly through the intestine to the liver. And then it's converted to energy, and so we used to supplement their feedings with it, and now they add MCT oil, coconut oil, and or palm kernel oil to all of the infant formulas here in the United States.
Wonderful.
And the palm kernel oil is another oil that also contains a lot of medium chain triglyceride, but in this country it's very hard to find. Coconut oil is very readily available.
Yes, but it's still amazing. Most people the common belief is that coconut oil is bad for you. Of course, the studies back in the 1940s, etc., that were done on coconut oil used hydrogenated coconut oil.
Right.
And you should never consume hydrogenated coconut oil or any hydrogenated fats. They'll all clog your arteries and lead to an early demise. So you should use virgin organic coconut oil rather than, and never use a hydrogenated coconut oil.
Yeah, stay away from any kind of hydrogenated oil. They convert to the trans fats that we're all learning more and more about that seem to be at the basis of many of these diseases that are becoming more prevalent, diabetes and heart disease.
There was an epidemiological study done of some South Pacific Islands many years ago, and their diet consisted of coconut, fish, and taro, which is a root vegetable, and they found that the population had no Western diseases. Now, part of that population migrated to New Zealand, and when they were studied there, they were found to have switched over to a Western diet, and they were getting all the Western diseases. So it certainly has backed up the fact that it has so many beneficial health properties. And it goes against what is still common belief that coconut oil is not good for you.
Right, right. I think back in the 1950s, there was a big push to get certain brands of shortening that were very stable, that happened to be made with hydrogenated oils on the market. And coconut oil was one of the main competitors. Coconut oil is very stable at room temperature. It can stay at room temperature for at least 2 years. And it has a very long shelf life. The whole point of hydrogenating these other oils is to create a very long shelf life. So coconut oil would have been the big competitor, and tariffs were put on coconut oil at that time. It was coined as the artery clogging fat at that time, and that's become a prevalent myth in our society today.
Let's go back to get Steve's input on sort of before and after the coconut oil, because I found it remarkable. Tell me what it was like to take coconut oil the first time, Steve.
It energized me. It just came me alive. Before this, I didn't think I have anything to look for.
And you said at one stage that it was like switching on a light.
Oh, exactly. Yeah, I was.
And that was within 1 day.
In 1 day.
In 1 day, you felt better and healthier from it.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
And I couldn't imagine how it did so fast.
No.
And then my mom started using it.
Really?
She had Alzheimer's.
Yes.
And from all of that, these people are making a cure.
Right.
And there's no problem. It was like seriously, it was just like a light bulb came on me. And it didn't take a long time. It all of a sudden I felt like a different person.